Hello, we are live. Hello, we're here. Hello. Welcome in, Sacriledius. How are you doing today, friend? Just dealing with, some wire management. I have to sandwich my headphone wire, specifically where, the cable connects into the other cable, because I have to use an extender. I have to sandwich that between the blanket folds for Remy's blanket so that he doesn't try to chew on it. Anyways, we are here. Hello. We're gonna open up the stream with a little bit of modding, and then I will be activating the mod and trying it out while I play. We are, of course, doing it the hard way. We are renaming every single item, doing more than that, but the current thing is to rename. We are renaming the items appropriately. Speaking of, I need to find the thing. Okay. Mask H. Hold on, that got clicked on. My god, I help, I'm dying. I just watched a southerner attempt to speak normally. Southerner as an American southerner or southern Bulgarian? But how you doing today, kitty? American? Oh, I see. I want Vaultman 30s under armor. Viking? Was it Viking? Yeah, medium helmets, mask H. Welcome in, Ligor. Hello, welcome in. You're doing Finaish? Fine-ish, I see. Sorry, words. I'm trying to make these darn ships move. It's definitely pretty complicated, I guess. I could never try to do something like that. That is all way over my head. Just goes to show the level of skill of the modder Sacriledius. Where's Mask H? Mask H, GND, so I need the ground object. There it is. Oh, it's just a Spangen helm. Okay. Did you try making wind blow into the sails? Funny enough, I don't know if the sails are animated or not, but it looked kind of like that. I don't know. On translate to ref refuses to work. On spline translate to ref doesn't either. Weird. Anyways, we're gonna call this Stahlrim Spangenhelm. And I'm not gonna touch the armor rating because I need to compare it to Dragon Scale. Well, not this one. I need to compare this one to Dragon Plate. Yeah, no Papyrus fail messages. I also have I closed out of my calculator. Because I have to use a calculator. And with calculator, I won't need to use, what's it called? Trade and barter. I won't need to use that to increase the price of things. I can just go off of, my custom prices. So, weight is gonna be, like, 6. Price is based off the WACCF price of 835 times 15 is 12,525. Now, again, this isn't for making money. This is to properly price it based on the calculations on True Medieval Economy. And I couldn't sell something like this because no merchant would ever have that amount of money. And even if they did, I plan to use mods like Contraband, which will make this item pretty much count as stolen, so I couldn't sell it. Now, if I crafted it, I could probably sell it, but again, it's so expensive that nobody could buy it. So you tried a scripted approach. People told you that looked weird. It works with no sales. Got another final tomorrow. Today's was a half pass, the hard part, funnily enough. Tomorrow's the one with all the bullshit you ranted about a few weeks ago. Yes, Contraband is great. And I'll also be adding mods, not for this run, but for the next run. I'll be adding the SV mods menu, which includes, but is not the only mod packaged into the mod. It includes crafting requires permission. Now, when I straight up ported crafting requires permission from LE to SE, it didn't quite work. Basically, I think I had to actually get the permission, but it would have a cost, like, say, 40 gold to use a cooking pot. But it wouldn't take any money out, but I still had the permission for 24 hours. So I thought, well, I could always try out SV mods menu on the SE, because that includes a properly ported version of crafting requires permission. Contraband is great in Minecraft, of course. But why would you do that to yourself, not be able to loot? Oh, I can loot. Here's the thing about Contraband. Stolen items can be fenced to Khajiit caravans, which makes quite a lot of sense. So, in testing, I've managed to act, when using Contraband, like, when I first got to Whiterun, just so happened that the very next day, there was a Khajiit caravan there. So when I went to the bandits and took all their stuff, I was able to actually sell it. But I couldn't sell it anywhere else because it counts as stolen. And with other mods to make guards suspicious and force greet tweak like what Sacrilegious made, like, just having stolen items isn't just a, well, it's in my back pocket until I commit a crime. Like, it's actually, you know, you might lose it. Plus mods like, Contraband Confiscation, which has nothing to do with Contraband. But Contraband Confiscation makes it so that if I get caught committing a crime and I either pay off my bounty or go to jail, they will take certain items from me, such as moon sugar, skooma, hissed sap, I believe, and I think maybe poison, I'm not so sure. If anything, I should make a mod that poison is basically illicit, because it makes no sense that, you know, Skyrim culture would be so against necromancers, but then poisons are totally okay, to the point where they're being sold in alchemy shops, although for certain alchemy shops it would make sense, like the one in Markarth, or Falkreath for that matter. But in vanilla, you can just make poisons and sell them. Like, like, you can make a ton of money off of collecting 20 mushrooms and then making 20 potions. Or should I say poisons? It's a lot of money. Isn't there a quest from the Thieves Guild to make the Khajiit caravan into fences? If they're fences by default, wouldn't that make the quest pointless? I don't know. I am not sure. If that's the case, I'll have to, see about maybe making it so that there's a quest hook or somehow, where if I do the quest, then I can turn them into fences? I don't know. It only sounds like I would have to remove the remove the fence feature from contraband and just let vanilla take it over. Alchemy's broken in vanilla. Oh yeah. You can make garbage potions with a gazillion effects that sell for thousands. And you can all do that at the start of the game. You can do that all after collecting 1 dungeon's worth of alchemy ingredients. It is really, really busted. Alright, anyways. Stahlrim. Make sure I'm hitting the right button. Nope, not Stahlrim splinted braces. Bracers. I need Stahlrim Spangenhelm. And basically, Stahlrim will be the ultimate, armor type. Because it's like the last one you get. And it's pretty hard to craft. I don't know how hard it is to craft. But considering the material is, like, quest-bound, I'm assuming it's exceedingly rare. So, yeah. Welcome in, Hartson. Welcome in. Nice to see you here. Yep, nice to see you too. On the other hand, alchemy in your game, you wouldn't want to hear how you nerfed it. You know me. Of course I do. Of course I want to hear how you nerfed it. Because then I can maybe figure it out myself. That's one thing I need to learn is Papyrus, so then if I need to make my own scripts for mods I want to make, then I can just do it. I need to learn so many different things. And modding will give me the passion to learn. And I'm skipping over a bunch of these entries in the left pane. Because Bethesda can't have proper naming conventions. So I have to do this more or less one at a time. Specifically, not just one entry at a time. But I have to do heavy gauntlets, heavy boots, heavy helmet. And then once I actually get to the entry for the non-enchanted light versions of Stahlrim armor, then I can actually make the name and copy it over. Because then I know what I'm going to call it. Without breaking the mods and Skyrim's flaky code. Weirdly enough, Skyrim is stable in its own broken way, if that makes sense. If you know what you're doing, the game can be pretty darn stable. Like, take for instance, my game is pretty darn stable. But that's also because I meticulously fixed my load order, which, lo and behold, fixed my infinite loading screens. Turns out, putting a patch before a master is a bad idea. Which is not so much I did that on purpose, it's just I've never really paid attention to my load order, and now I will every single time. There's a script to change names in bulk, though, without doing them all in one by one. Xedit script there is. If and when you stream, you'll show you the Xedit script. Well, isn't that... I think I looked into it and I couldn't figure it out. Because it uses all these, like, coding words, and it's like... can't you just be like, turn entry into entry? Like, can't I just put in, like, turn Stahlrim Heavy Helmet into Stahlrim Spangenhelm on the new plugin? Like, it uses all these weird words, and I'm like, I don't know what this means, I'm just gonna do it the hard way. Now that loot can sort like 1,000 plugins in a few seconds, it might actually be worth using it again to build the base load order that maybe doesn't have such mistakes. And that's kind of why I wanted to update loot, I just haven't yet. Oh, hold on. I need to push my keyboard forward so I can actually feel where my fingers are going. Did I do that wrong? Let me check. No, it's right. And that's another reason why I like using WACCF, is because I'm assuming this is how it works, but Stahlrim has the tag, or should I say keyword, WAF visually bright armor, which means I'm guessing that it's hard to be sneaky in it. So it adds that just extra layer of complexity that I love. Does it still put update ESM after Dragonborn ESM? You know for a fact Charmed will be happy. Gone are the streams where 3 of the 6 hours are spent watching Loot's progress bar. Oh yeah, like if I run Loot on my current load order, it'll take a while. It'll take like 5-10 minutes. Considering Charmed has thousands of mods, yeah, that's gonna take exceedingly more time than even my own load order, which is like 800 or so mods. Xedit is better than Loot. Yeah, I would say so. I'm learning more and more about Xedit the more I use it, and the more and more I learn about it, the more and more I love it. Oh, this program is so good. Hey, maybe when I'm done with all my custom overhauls, I can merge them all into one mod. He'd regularly see 30-minute sort times. Oh yeah. Although I don't quite remember that from his streams, but I also may have missed those parts, and it's been a while since he's streamed. So I've easily forgotten a lot of the stuff that happens there. Not everything. Like I know his bits and his jokes. But the other things I don't quite remember. Todd has been doing his best to sabotage him. Yeah, he's been having a rough go of it, from what you've been telling me. No, I need to get Win Arrow Tweaker back up and running. Because now that I've figured out what my problem was with Skyrim, turns out it wasn't a broken Windows update, or a broken thing with Win Arrow Tweaker, or literally anything else. It was just my load order. Go figure. So whenever I know exactly what to do whenever I deal with infinite loading screens again. Fix my fucking load order. Oh, god damn it. It's not what I wanted at all. Now I have to make sure that I don't save dragonborn.esm. I hate this shit. Like, I try to go and click on the horizontal scroll bar so I can scroll over. But no, the mouse clicks on a keyword instead and tries to drag it over. It's like, no, don't do that. I'm trying to grab the scroll bar. Easy enough to fix. I just don't save the Dragonborn plugin. Unless it's changed by now, Loot works off a master list of user reports. It's impossible for the master list to take into consideration every possible load order. Xedit actually allows you to inspect what each plugin does and change your load order accordingly. It's really, like, Loot is more for, in my opinion, saying, oh, you have these mods, but you don't have the patch to make these two compatible. Here's a link to the patch. Or, the patch is in this mod's installer. So I think that's really useful with Loot. Again, if you're just careful, you would know what patches you need. Oh, hold on, that is a WACCF thing. Let me put that in. Again, I make errors. I'm also sleep deprived. Let me just double check all the heavy helmets just to make sure. Okay, that was the only one that I fucked up. Because I'm trying to put it in my own plugin and not edit anything else. I generally don't like to do destructive edits. I have had to do destructive edits for Vaultman 30's Armor Extended, but if I ever need to revert, like, I could just install it again. It's not that big a deal. Yeah, no, but I would need to set a custom rule for every one of your plugins, and that kind of defeats the purpose, right? I don't necessarily think I would personally use Loot to sort my load order. I would just use it to tell me, hey, you need this patch. This mod needs cleaning. Here's links to patches. This mod is not needed, it's redundant. There's an error in this mod, that kind of thing. When I'm pretty sure Xedit can do all that, but Loot just does it for you. And I would still very much use Xedit for load order purposes. Because you can not only see what load order you can put it in, but you can actually, see any conflicts, obviously. Not telling you this, Sacriladies, because you know. Just for people who might be watching as well. Pretty much I'm trying to finish off the Dragonborn plugin for the armors. And unfortunately, Dragonborn has way more enchanted items than Dawnguard. Dawnguard has, I think, more unique enchanted items versus generic enchanted items. But Dragonborn is a bigger DLC, I think. Charmed use it to great effect, so with a bit of work, I think you can get it to a point where it should sort correctly no matter what you change your order or add. I can see that. Certainly more, it depends on what exactly you're trying to do as well. Like, if you're trying to loot, or to use loot in a way that you can't necessarily use Xedit for, or at least in your own modding philosophy, because that is a big deal. A personal modding philosophy is part of it, whether or not the program is actually superior or inferior. It all depends on what someone is trying to do and how they do it. Personally, I would use both. I would use loot to find any messages about plugins I need to change, and I would use Xedit for anything else. And of course, just general diligence on a plugin sorting for your load order is also very helpful. That's pretty much why I got how I got my mod list working, was a diligent, very diligent inspection of my load order. It consists 90% of your own plugins. Loot doesn't recognize them, it just puts them alphabetically. Exactly, yeah. So for you, loot is useless, because your plugins obviously wouldn't have user reports, or if they're mods that are public, probably not as many user reports as some other mods. Oh, I don't think you made the patch, unless you did. But would you happen to know how exactly the Skills of the Wild helps to have a compass patch works? Like, basically the way I'm asking it is, does it bring up the compass, the in-game compass, when I have the compass? Or do I need a perk from Skills of the Wild? Again, I don't know if you made the patch for it, so if you have no idea how it works, that's totally fine. I'm just wondering in case you might know. They're not public, so they can't have user reports. Yeah, that'll do it. You need to make a custom rule for every plugin that you made yourself. And I suppose if somebody did take the time to set a bunch of custom rules, then that would be fine, but it might be a little more time efficient to do it every time with Xedit. Although, I'm sure if one set a custom rule for all their plugins, then it would be more future-proofing and oh, that's Stalrim Shield, by the way. Just completely named it something else. Okay, so now we have the Light Cuirass, which is just the Stalrim Male Hauberk. So now I can edit, copy, and go all the way up To Stalrim Armor Light Cuirass, unless it's already copied. Ah, yeah, that's already copied. So, all the way back down to Stalrim. Where is it? Where did I see it? Here it is. Yes. Stalrim Light Boots, which is called Stalrim Splinted Greaves. No, it's not. What is this? Armor Replacer Scale Boots. Stalrim Boots Lamellar. Ooh. I might have to check that in-game. Because the last time I had scale boots, the actual, armor add-on did not abide by the thing. Huh. Well, let me go ahead and check what the if it's a scale boot, I think I know what it looks like. So if I go over to Armor Replacer... Can't remember how that patch works. I think the perk just unlocks a crafting recipe for the compass. Oh, I see. So then I think I need a perk in order to have the compass on my HUD. I don't have the perk yet. Because I think there is a perk for that. There's a perk, probably in the Wayfarer, tree, for having the compass on your HUD. And then I think if you bring up the compass, it brings up the HUD, or at least tells you what direction you're facing. I don't know. I have no idea how any of it works. I am a noob when it comes to Skills of the Wild, and helps to have a compass / helps to have a map. So I need Armor Replacer. There it is. And I need Scale Boots Ground. Yep. That's exactly what I thought it was. I'll have to check it in game, because I had some issues with this with the chitin heavy boots, because they're supposed to be the scales, but the Vaultman 30's V30 merged replacer has it set that it uses the add-on of, because this was for heavy chitin boots, that the heavy chitin boots would use the add-on for the light chitin boots, which was using, generic leather boots for some reason. So I thought, no, I want the heavy boots to be its own thing. So then I had to go in and actually tell the add-on to use the proper NIF file, and then I had to use the proper alternate textures, and then, because I copied the alternate textures for what was in the actual, armor record, the textures were, swapped, so, the scale bracer, had the scale texture on the gloves and the glove texture on the bracer. So I'm like, huh? And then I ended up finagling with it, and turns out I had to swap the 3D indexes on the textures so that it would be properly set. And then it worked. I tend to use this analogy: sorting with loot equals shaking a broken clock and hope it'll work again. Using Xedit to see how you need to sort and make compatibility patches equals opening a broken clock and actually repairing it. Exactly. Yeah, so whatever works for whoever is using the programs. Personally, I would only use loot for the messages, and if there was a way to get the messages without sorting my loader, I would do it. So Stalrim scale boots. No, not boots. Greaves. Copy. And then I'm gonna set the weight and price. Weight is going to be 2. And the price is $36.75. Did you see the super fancy Spots 12 reload I linked in Tactical? I think it's the first time I've actually seen someone do it, even if it's just animated in Blender. I saw that you posted it, and I was gonna go live pretty much right after, so I haven't seen it just yet. But I did see that you posted it. Alchemy in your game is use either Kako or SSC gameplay tweaks to make hybrid potions worth 0 septims. Need permission to use owned alchemy labs. Okay, so it's like crafting requires permission. I need pestle and mortar to start alchemy. Okay, so like Kako. I need a bottle of clean water per potion made. Ooh. I need the first perk in alchemy to even be able to use an alchemy station. That's also cool. I need the correct perk to be able to harvest certain ingredients. Ooh, now that I like. That reminds me of Kingdoms of Amalur, where you can harvest any alchemy ingredient, but it's all based on your alchemy skill, level, and the chance for the actual item, because the more common it is, the higher the chance of harvesting it. But if you invest absolutely nothing in alchemy, in the very first 20 hours of the game, you'll be lucky to get more than just the 2 main common alchemy ingredients. Anything else, and you just fail to harvest it, because it just won't let you. And I'm like, so that reminds me of that, and I really liked that feature of Kingdoms of Amalur, like, oh, if I want to actually do alchemy, I should probably invest my skills in alchemy. Kind of like how a lot of crafting recipes for the smithing skill are locked unless you actually invest points in the smithing skill. Kinda makes sense, doesn't it? 1 bottle per potion? Please no have mercy. Terraria and Minecraft are already enough. Yeah, I like it. It's also why I like Kingdom Come Deliverance, because it has not necessarily unique animations for gathering alchemy ingredients, but your character does do a cutscene where, like a mini cutscene every time you do it, where you kneel to the ground and it appears that you cut off the plant. Now, it doesn't actually show the plant being plucked, but your character kneels to the ground every time you grab some alchemy ingredients. It's pretty cool. I always wanted, like, an immersive interaction where, you kneel down to the ground to snip off some mushrooms, or you face a wall to gather wall ingredients. Stuff like that. That'd be cool. Needs to be clean water though, so cooked. Right, from like I Need. Like if you just gather water from a river, it's like unknown water. Although that is a feature from I Need that I think you can enable or disable. Oh, which has its own set of requirements. Interesting. What about fried water? So I need to go back up to boots, which is over here. Then I need to do the light boots. Which I think I was naming the wrong thing because of sleep deprivation. And I am sleep deprived today, but I would've got some coffee going, but I was enjoying some tacos instead. We are gonna check out the Xbox Bethesda showcase that should be starting at 2 p.m. my time. So in about an hour and a half? No, 2.5 hours. Let me just check the thing. Nope, that's not it. Xbox. I know I favorited it. YouTube. Where's my bookmark? I know I bookmarked it. I want to add a chance of failure as well, so each time I attempt to make a potion, I have a chance to fail making it, or at worst, rendering the alchemy table useless for a while. Right. I actually really like the idea about needing water. Xbox Bethesda Showcase YouTube. Of course it won't give me the thing I'm actually looking for. There, Jesus. Live in 2 hours, January 25th at 2 p.m. U.S. Central Time. I'm actually gonna leave this up, and if we start hearing noises, then we'll know that it's going live. As I can... Let's see here. Also, self-made potions are named mixtures, and self-made poisons are made concoctions. As I can actually craft pre-made potions and poisons as well. Not sure what you mean by pre-made. Like, crafting pre-made ones. Is there a difference, or is there a different process, perhaps? I'm not entirely sure what you mean. I love the complexity, though. This is probably why I'm really not going to branch out to too many new games. Because with Skyrim mods, especially ones that people make themselves... Of course people make them themselves, but you know what I mean, like where it's more of like, this is for me and no one else, me being the mod author, is you can add any level of complexity or simplicity. And I could play Skyrim for years. Especially considering, like, sure, I've modded it, like, 2 years ago, but I never got as deep as I am now. Like, the hooks are in. I think I need to set aside some money for Starfield. Now, of course, if Starfield has ridiculous spec requirements for playing it, which, knowing Bethesda, it probably won't, but you never know. But it could be a Fallout 4 situation of the game runs like ass, even on, like, good PCs. But I'm gonna set aside some money for Starfield, because I think I might pull the trigger on that. But I am still waiting a week. Starfield is a bit of a risk. I think even for Bethesda. So I don't want to get it the day of, and then it's a massive pile of shit, and everyone's memeing on it, and it's like the worst game of 2023. Like, I will laugh at it and have a good time with laughing at it, but I'm not gonna spend money on it for a meme. I will save my money. Otherwise, if it's okay, like, I have no problem spending money on it. Even if it's, like, my own perception of the game is, it can't be that bad, based on what people are saying, because gamers tend to have a hive mind mentality of, the game itself is probably just fine, but because people believe in the memes, suddenly the game is a piece of shit. Which, most of the time, games that are considered pieces of shit are actually pieces of shit. But you know what I mean. Self-made are the ones made in an alchemy lab. Pre-made are the ones sold at merchants or found in the world. That Starfield could be less optimized than Forspoken. No, I think Forspoken is like its own thing as far as how terrible the optimization is. Considering, like, the graphics don't look bad, but they certainly don't look like they require a 3070 GPU, which, of course, that's the recommended. But still. Like, it looks pretty good. Doesn't look like a PS5 game, certainly. Doesn't look like a PC game that requires a 3070. Like, it looks pretty alright. Yeah, some of the graphics are bad, but it's like it's picky and choosy. Like, the character graphics are actually pretty okay, but then the character will be standing next to, like, a gate made of a wooden texture, and the texture used is just fucking awful. And it's not necessarily because the graphics are bad, which they are, but it's because they're not consistent. Because you have the character models looking pretty alright, but then, like, a gate will be at, like, 160p. That's like, what is going on here? Reminds me a lot of Dynasty Warriors 9, which was also panned for its graphics and art style. Interest in Starfield is below zero. I can see that. It's a Bethesda RPG. It's new. Like, I'm gonna give it a chance. But I'm still giving it 1 week. Forspoken doesn't discriminate. If you have a NASA PC, it runs bad. If you have a potato, it runs bad. Very accessible. True. In its own weird way. Alright, Sacroledes, we'll see you when you return. The lighting is mediocre at best. The shadows suck. The world details suck. The textures are shit and tile. The only good things are the hair, particles, and character models, as you mentioned. That really sucks. I did see the graphics, and they very much reminded me of a less gray version of Dynasty Warriors 9, and that is not a glowing endorsement. I love Dynasty Warriors 9. It's fun for me, but it is not a good-looking game, and its graphics are terrible. It's awful. So when that game reminds me of Dynasty Warriors 9's graphics, that's not a glowing endorsement. Holy shit. Like, again, like, if I'm playing the game, I will turn off the visual sensors for, like, oh, this is good graphics. Like, I'll just enjoy the gameplay for what it is, without really needing high-end graphics. The problem is, again, I've said this already, why does it recommend to use a 3070 when the graphics look as bad as they do? It's just lazy optimizing on the developer's part. Like, they couldn't be bothered to compress anything and compress it properly. Looks like a 2014 game running on medium settings bar the three good things. Kind of, yeah. Like, Dynasty Warriors 9 came out in 2018, I think, and that looked like it was that old. And that was a PS4 game. This was, like, not like a PS5 game on PS4. Like, this was made for Dynasty Warriors 9, to be specific, was made for PS4, and it looks bad for PS4. AC Origins also has a dynamic time of day like Forspoken, and also uses probe-based global illumination system, yet it looks infinitely better than 2017. I think Origins even looks better than Odyssey. Like, I would probably prefer Odyssey, just because I think it has more stuff than Origins, even though I've never played Origins. But I think Origins looks better than Odyssey. Forspoken also lacks soft shadows, which AC Origins also happens to have. It is honestly sad. Assassin's Creed 4 in 2013 had soft shadows. That's how old that tech... 2013 had... That's how old that tech is. I don't know if I said 2013 or 2014. Don't grab the keyword from the plugin. Grab the scroll bar. And I will have to check the stall rim light boots in-game. So if we don't even get to the game today, that's fine with me. I have a laser focus on this mod, my armor overhaul, and I want to get it done. Remy, you are in the way. You have been bothering me so much the last 3 days. It's all it has done, Remy, is delay getting this mod finished. And the more you bother me, the more I push you away. Welcome in, Bulan Master. How you doing today, friend? Origins has the benefits of lots of sand, which results in many pretty light bounces. Get off the mouse! Many pretty light bounces. Odyssey doesn't have that, really. I see, because most of it isn't sand. Hi, do you want to cuddle? Come here. Come here. Who are you? Where is Lou? Lou is in the apartment. Remy has taken over. Also, the Remy clone wants attention. I don't know if he wants to I don't know if he wants to cuddle, or if he wants to, just lay on the desk. But either way, he's not gonna lay on the desk. Because I need the desk to be able to use the keyboard, and I need the keyboard to be able to do my modding. How are you, though, Bulan? Hope you're doing well. No, you can't lay there. No, you can't lay there. That's where I need to put my keyboard. Here, come lay on your blanket square. I put it there specifically for you. We are going to show off the Xbox Bethesda Showcase in about 2 hours. So if you're around then, Bulan, we'll be showing that off. / reacting to it. I'm also going to make that its own recording, because I am recording right now. Don't know why I'm recording. I could turn this into a video, I suppose. Alright, well, if you're going to sit there, I'm going to get these items renamed. Skyrim gauntlets. Why does Bethesda do this? Like, literally the name of the item is Skyrim Light Bracer, but the enchanted version of the Light Skyrim Bracer is Skyrim Gauntlet, and the enchanted version of the Heavy Skyrim Bracer is also called Skyrim Gauntlet. It's kind of like, Bethesda, what are you doing with your naming conventions? This sucks. Hi, do you want to cuddle or not? I can use the keyboard if you're not laying on the desk, but you gotta cuddle if you're gonna cuddle. Come here. Come here, Remy clone. Doing alright, just woke not long ago. I'm doing okay. No, you can't lay on the desk. You either lay with me, or you know, lay on the blanket square. Hi, buddy. That's a good boy. Speaking of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, here's some Odyssey music. I got you, buddy. I got you. Oh, the Skyrim light bracers are also made of scale. Cool. Oh, Remy, is your claw stuck? Hi, Remy. Such a good boy. Can I post a link in chat? Sure. It might bop you, but I'll still be able to see it, and you'll only be timed out for a second. But you might still be okay. Ah, yeah. I need to make you a VIP, because I have the VIP slots. Let's go over to my chatbot here. Unfortunately, I don't know if Remy would use it. Or if he would, he'd probably attack my hands. Show that on screen. Same guy that made the Spots 12 reload also made a petting Blade animation, by the way. Quite the variety of content. Yeah, Blade's from Elden Ring, right? But thank you for sharing that, Bulan. I appreciate that. I always like cat stuff, so. Hi, buddy. Speaking of Elden Ring, I was watching Vinny Vinesauce, play through randomized Elden Ring with Diablo loot mod. It was pretty interesting looking. Saw it the other day, it automatically reminded you of you and Remy always being in the way. Yes. He's the big wolf daddy. I mean daddy. Remy, are you getting comfy? Your claw's stuck. Here, let me help. Don't bite, please. Don't bite, please. There you go. Hi, do you want to cuddle? I got you. I got you. Ow, your paw is very tiny and you are very heavy. No, you can't lay on the desk. Come on. You can't lay on the desk. I'm not gonna be able to get anything done if you do. Come on. You need to move, young man. Come on, Remy clone. Come on your blanket square. I could play some of my medieval music, but I always run the risk of my hard drive disconnecting, which has my medieval music on it. It's also why I don't try to make too many playlists on Windows Media Player anymore. Yeah, Remy. Can you lie down, young man? Stalrim, scale, bracers, copy. Remy, you have to let me get this done. The more you bother me, the more you delay getting pets. Remy, please. I'm trying to work on this. You are just being the most annoying. You don't need pets and attention 24/7. You already get plenty of it. Speaking of external drives, your mom bought one to use for photos from the DSLR she and your dad splurged on. Second time ever plugging it in, and Windows refused to eject it after use. Oh, nice. Come on, you. I mean, normally it's pretty safe to just eject manually as long as no files or folders are open. Unless hard drives have changed. Come on, get a move on. You have been bothering me enough. It's the reason I stayed up late last night, and it's the reason I didn't get much done this morning on the mod, because you kept bothering me. I love you very much, Remy, but you gotta let me get this work done. And don't even think about trying to bite. Yes, you can touch my hand with your paw. That's okay. What's up with the voice change? This is the Remy takeover. We are Remy, and the Remy clone is begging for attention. Yeah, this is just the Remy takeover. Remy has taken over the stream. It's also I'm trying something new so I don't get stuck in the same old ruts. It's also why I'm editing videos now and also posting VODs to YouTube. I'm trying new things. Sudden power loss in a hard drive can cause it to incorrectly park the head, which can then lead to nasty problems. I see, so I shouldn't do that. Which, most of the time, my hard drives are staying plugged in, so it's not like I'm constantly swapping them out. I need to figure out how to get rid of the echo on the voice changer. Because I'm just using a VST plugin. But I followed a tutorial, and the tutorial didn't sound like that, but I followed it to a T, and mine does have the echo. So it's like, oh great. Lovely. And just turn off PC and unplug then safely? I suppose so. Well, what are you up to today, Bulan? One thing the tacos I've been eating that has been doing is giving me dry mouth. So I've been having extra water on hand. You, my little assistant, Remy? Just here for moral support? Just downloading yesterday's VOD. Nice. Before I started recording, I had to grab my old VODs. Now I don't have to, and the quality is slightly better. Cabbage rolls you ate yesterday for dinner must have been really salty. Kept waking up every hour, dying of thirst. Oh no. And that could be what's going on with my tacos. Because the taco seasoning is usually pretty high in sodium. Speaking of... the bot reminded me to drink water. Have to make sure I didn't fuck this up. Nope, didn't. Food. You have returned. Welcome back, Sacriladius. Still renaming things. And because Bethesda's naming convention is awful, I've had to pretty much be stuck on Stalrim much longer than I need to be. Because I've had to go to Stalrim Heavy, and then Stalrim Light, and then do each one for the boots, gauntlets, armor, and helmet. But because the entries are all over the place, because they cannot keep their naming conventions consistent, I have to go up and down the left pane just to get the plugins I want. Okay, I gotta double check this one though. Okay, that is in my plugin. Because they do differentiate between boots and gauntlets, but they don't differentiate between the enchanted versions of what's heavy and what's light. So you have heavy Stalrim gauntlets that are enchanted, just called Stalrim gauntlets of the enchantment. You also have light Stalrim gauntlets that are just called Stalrim gauntlets. So then you have these mixed matched things that I have to pay very close attention to, because the editor ID certainly does differentiate, but I have to pay very close attention, which ends up just turning into my eyes going cross-eyed and me going insane. Stalrim totlets. If you copy them all as override in your patch and then open your patch, you can run a script to rename them all at once. How does one do that? Always click on the wrong thing. Do I need the script from Nexus, or... Because if I can figure it out, like how to use it, then this would make this process a hell of a lot faster. And then I can do less time renaming and more time actually editing values. Okay, so now I'm on the helmet. The light helmet needs to be called Skyrim light helmet. Okay. Script is included in Xedit. I see. I'm learning more and more. Okay, so the helmet is Ask H ground. Ask H. Okay, I gotta look at that again. Ask H. Right, it was the Spangenhelm. Wait, didn't I already call something the Spangenhelm? Where's my Spangenhelms? What? Is it literally the same thing? Hold on. I am mega confused. Let's see. Stall rim helmet. Heavy. Ask H. It is the same thing. What the hell? So it's literally the same armor, just one is light, one is heavy. That's kind of dumb. Remy. You are very close to my hand. Now I guess we just get to naming. For fuck's sake, just grab the scroll. No! Oh my god, I fucking hate this part of Xedit. Just grab the scroll wheel. Why does it be like, oh, you're not pixel perfect on the scroll wheel, so I'm going to now grab this keyword and drag it over. No! Just the scroll wheel. It's not that hard. Christ. Because now I have other edits to the dragonborn.esm that I'm gonna have to make sure that I don't save. Even though I've already done that, I'm trying not to do it. I'm just trying to use the scroll wheel. Let's see here. Go to WACCF, look up Stalrim Armor, and copy them in your patch. Okay. So if I just do control click on WACCF, this should just be, hi Remy. Yes, your face will bother you because you're putting your face right next to my hand. And I'm moving my hand around, of course. Control click on WACCF. And look up, what do you mean look up Stalrim Armor? Like, what function do I use? ChatGPT has unalived itself? Unalived itself, I see. So what do you mean by look up? What function do I use? keep in mind I'm trying to rename Stalrim light stuff and heavy stuff, but not at the same time. Which reminds you that that clown of a programming teacher said we won't be allowed to have an internet connection during the finals. Does he not know hotspots exist and that laptops can connect to Wi-Fi? Just like the all Stalrim armor and copy them into your patch. Okay. How's he gonna enforce your, no hotspots? Yeah, I don't know. Sounds like a teacher just behind with the times. So I don't want heavy armor, I want heavy helmets. No, light helmets. So I need Stalrim. Oh, Xedit, thank you for Stalrim. Light. Or is it just Stalrim helmet? I think it's just Stalrim helmet. Because I'm trying to call it the Stalrim Spangen Helm. And then copy as override into, lose custom overhaul. So then it shouldn't have more than what's already there. Right. Is he gonna stare at everyone's taskbars the whole time? And that's copied over. And then how do I just literally copy all this? Not copy, but like select it all. And then do apply script. Now go to select those records in your patch. Okay. Like, what do you mean, but where should I select it? In the left pane? And all of them? Just kind of patiently waiting. Left pane, all of those helmets. Got it. Okay. And then do I hit apply script? And which script should I look for? I also need to edit my weapon overhaul so that the steel warhammer is actually changed to a battle axe. Because it's using a poleaxe model. So I figured it would be best to have it use battle axe animations. When selected, right-click, apply script, replace text in edit in full. Okay. Apply script. Replace text. Probably have to actually do it this way. Replace text in edit full. And then I just hit OK. Okay. Oh, don't run it yet. Well, it didn't do anything, clearly. Apply script. Okay. Then inside the script. Okay. You need to change certain things. Okay, so what do I need to change in the script? do I need to change, like... I don't know how to do this. Change STR search equals Elven to Stalrim helmet. Do I call it the Stalrim light helmet? Because that's what it's named in... Oh, I see it's... I can just do it this way. STR search. Stalrim helmet. STR replace. I'm assuming Stalrim. I'm gonna call it the light Spangen helm. Just so there's a bit of a difference besides just an icon. Spangen helm. Right? That's how I do it. Do the STR search, STR replace. That's how I do it, and then I have to do some things. Am I correct on that? So now do I run the script? Click OK. No. And then I can just change this entry to be Stalrim Light Spangen Helm. Oh my god, thank you, Sacroladius. Oh my god, that makes it so much easier. That makes it so... Let me just double check that it is what it's supposed to be. Well, I'll finish what I'm doing first. I did not spell that correctly. I did on the script. Sorry, bud, but you put your nose right there. How am I not supposed to accidentally boop it sometimes? Stalrim Light Spangen Helm. If I had an actual model to replace it with, I would. But for some reason, Vaultman 30s decided to use the same model for the light helmets as it does the heavy helmets. And change the record to be visually very bright. This is gonna be 4 pounds. I need my calculator again. 600 times 15, 9,000. Now I need to actually compare. Same model, but I assume he uses different textures. No, it's the same, it's the same Stalrim Light Helm texture. Let me just double check, actually. Stalrim Spangen Helm. Where's the Spangen Helm? There it is. Yeah, it's all using the same textures. Because here's the alternate texture it's using. Although you probably can't see. It's this one. That's right, I was gonna get rid of the chat bar. Let me get rid of that real quick. Not that, this. And then I'm gonna take the camera, the Remy Cam. I'm gonna put this in a group for now. And then I'll grab the group and make it slightly smaller. There we go. Forgot I was gonna do that. And I would just use the one that I want to use, but that's being used by the Nordic carved helmet. Otherwise, I would just use that. Okay. Anyways. The renaming for Stalrim stuff should be done with. Let me just jump back to Dragonborn real quick. So we're almost done. I just gotta do the shields, which, thanks to Sacroladius' immense knowledge, we can just change the shield and then change the names very quickly. Oh, that is so much easier to use. Stalrim... what's going on with this one? Stalrim, Spangenhelm. Are these ones not named? Oh, they are. So then... this has its values changed. I do need to change the actual armor rating, but I'm saving that more or less for last. Stalrim Shield. Actually, we'll do it this way. Stalrim Shield. Copy as override into... Actually, no, I want... I'm gonna have to do it this way real quick. Because I want this one. And then if I do this... and I go to... Stalrim Shield... because there's no Vaultman 30s thing here. So I can just take this, copy as override into... my custom plugin. And then I jump to this. And I just go Stalrim Shield. Sorry, buddy, but you put your nose right there. I'm sorry that it keeps itching you. Apply script. And replace search. Stalrim Shield. STR replace to... I don't even know what the Stalrim Shield looks like. Let me just click out of that real quick. Alright, what does the shield look like? Viking Guard Shield 02. So if I go to... Viking Guard... What did I need? Shield 02. Okay, so it's just a round shield. In fact, I was using the name Targa. So that's what I'm gonna use. So... Stalrim Shield. Let's go ahead and get this all spangled up. That's the word I'm gonna use now, because Spangenhelm is really fun to say. I cannot type Stalrim Shield to Stalrim Targa. Okay, so then if I just jump back to Dragonborn real quick, because then I have the full list of those. Then the Stalrim Targa will have... It's counting as light armor, so it should have the light impact. Visually very bright. Targas are very light, I would say, so I'm gonna make this 3 pounds. Watching a cat mod Skyrim! Welcome in, Pathweave, hello. How are you doing today, friend? Yes, we are modding Skyrim, although very lightly. This is just X-Edit. Well, edits. And the price needs to be changed to 9,000. You're good? That's good. Telvanni robes. And these are just based off of nothing. So these are just Telvanni robes. So I will name this in the plugin. Just call it Telvanni robes. Change this to 8, since that's my standardization. 3, 8, 75 times 20, 1,500. What are you trying to achieve, dear kitty? We are editing armors. We're using various armor replacer mods to make armors look more realistic and historically accurate. I know, that's a little bit weird. But I'm also now changing the values of things on the armors, mostly such as the names, the value in gold, the weight, and armor rating, and I am standardizing it all based on what the actual replacer is supposed to be. Which is why robes have a WAF protective clothing armor rating of 8. Doesn't actually have armor rating in the inventory card, but it does have the armor rating in game of 8. Because clothing is still better than being naked, but otherwise not very protective when it still comes to taking damage. Which is why clothing has the lowest, right? It has the lowest armor rating out of everything. And specifically clothing that is in poor quality, but could still protect somebody, would have an armor rating of 1, being the lowest. But that's also like ragged hoods and all that. Telvanni shoes. In fact, these are supposed to be Ildari robes. So I'm going to change the name of this to... Oh, it already is called Ildari's robes. Telvanni shoes need an armor rating of 2. Get an armor rating of 2. Weight of 1. 16 times 20 is 320. Temple Priest's boots. What am I comparing it to? What is the protection value on, say, iron plate? Well, I'm basing it all on vanilla values. So steel plate in vanilla is the armor rating I'm using for plate armor. That is being replaced. And soon I'll be able to show it off, because I'm almost done here. I just need to actually check my plugin itself and check for any errors. But Steel Plate Cuirass has an armor rating of 40. So plate is considered armor rating of 40. Regular chainmail is considered half of that, so 20. But scale and brigandine and basically anything based on the actual armor of what it is what the armor rating gets. So typically, but not always, chainmail cuirasses get an armor rating of 20. Scale is typically 25. Brigandine, with just a chainmail undershirt, is 30. And Brigandine with a chainmail undershirt and pauldrons is considered 35. And the only upgrade going from there is 40 at plate armor. And then I have various versions of the fantasy armors, where it's like made of ebony, or in this case, Stalrim, where it's based on those values again, but are just increased to be appropriate. Are those values percentages reductions of damage? I'm assuming that's how armor works. Armor in Skyrim is pretty much just damage resistance, which is why it's just called damage resistance in games like Fallout 4. But you also have different kinds of damage resistance in Fallout 4, but it's just straight up regular ballistic damage resistance is just basically vanilla armor. Remy, do you need to bother me? You have bothered me so much. I'm trying to get this done. You are just trying to make sure I never finish working on this mod. Come on, just lie down. Can you not tell that I'm streaming? No, you can't, because you're a cat and you don't understand. Yeah, I think it's pretty neat. I probably won't be sharing this mod publicly. Based on if people ask enough, I might share it on the Discord. But basically this uses armors, and my weapon overhaul too uses weapons that is from other mods that I don't really feel comfortable with sharing, and I definitely don't have the permissions for. So this is more or less a personal project, but if people in the Discord really want it, I can see about distributing it. It's just, again, it's using assets from other mods, and I'd rather not just be like, oh, I'm gonna post it on Nexus and then get it taken down almost instantly and then get banned. So I would very much love to share this mod, but it's based on other mods, so... Temple Priesthood. This is gonna go to 2. $17 times, not minus, 20. 340. Temple Priest robes. This is going to 8. 8. 3. 98 times 20. It's 1960. You could contact the mod authors if you wanted. Well, that's just it, is some of these mod assets are from Patreon, where they might allow me to use it, but they might also be like, no, I'm trying to make money off of my hard work. I'm not just gonna let you distribute it for free. Okay, Visage of Mazund, and then we have Zakrisos, which is the last item in Dragonborn. And then I just need to go over my actual plugin. Okay, so... Oh, this is a Markarth helmet. Weird. Let me just check what it looks like. One soldier replacer. Those darn ships. Can't get it to work? There are people releasing custom Skyrim assets on Patreon. Yes. I don't mind. It's just... whatever. Especially since one of my favorite Fallout 4 mod authors is struggling to pay bills. And... has moved all their mods to Patreon, which their mods were never on Nexus, they just were on Discord. But they moved all their mods to Patreon because they're struggling to pay bills. And it's like, there's a bit of a difference between earning money making mods and then being like, I can barely afford the electricity to power the computer. It's like, so I don't really mind, it's just, I just don't have the money. Most of the skimpy fetish stuff, though, not much is lost. Some of it is pretty good. Like, not the skimpy stuff, that is, but some of the Patreon mods are pretty good. Like, you have, Mordhau armors and weapons on Patreon. Although, with that Patreon, I believe it's just... the actual mod is free. But if you wanted to support the mod author, you could subscribe to their Patreon. But they make the posts with mod downloads free, I think. That's how I got it. Bethesda can strike them down, though, C&D. Well, they won't. Because they know it's bad publicity, and I know Bethesda's not that stupid. They're pretty stupid, but they're not that stupid. If mod authors couldn't make money off their mods, then it would be pretty angry. So it's that helmet. This. Okay, so Visage of Mazund. And that is a dwarven helmet. I can't even remember what dwarven helmets were based off of now. So I'm gonna have to look in my plugin. But either way, we need to change the price to be... You have a Patreon as well, but you don't paywall any of your content. I would have thought they would release on Nexus and just include a link to their Patreon. How do they get discovered? That's just it, is Nexus changed their policy so that you cannot have links to any sites where you can earn money, because Nexus likes to be controlling. Which, you know, I'm not a big fan of when mod authors take their ball and go home, and they just remove their mods from Nexus. Because then it's very hard as an end user to find those mods to enjoy, even if they're completely free outside of Nexus. It's just kind of like, okay, so you're making a big fuss, and now no one can have those mods. Great. Change this to... Actually, no. We'll have that. No, we'll have that at Daedric. That's fine. 20... 2... You can technically link to your Patreon on Nexus, but you can't paywall any mod content on it. I see. So I was only slightly wrong. Like, you can have a link, but you can't paywall your content. It's the one place for the ease of access. Yeah. I mean, Nexus staff makes a lot of dumb decisions. Don't get me wrong. It comes off a lot as very anti-mod author. But as an end user, it's like, I don't know, man, I prefer not having to Google search a random Patreon that I didn't even know existed. Or like 20 random Discord servers that I have to go sifting through piles of channels just to find the mod I'm looking for. Dragon Beast Mask being Daedric? Yes. In fact, some of them are. This one is in vanilla. Dragonborn has it as Daedric. And weapons, armor, clothing, and clutter fixes makes it ebony. But I'm making all of my Dragon Priest masks Daedric. So I'm just keeping it consistent across the board. Okay, let's jump to this plugin of mine. And I need to check everything. Okay. This stuff I'm good on. Azadal. Azadal's Coat of Plates. But Azadal is a Dragon Priest mask. I'm actually pro-Nexus when they decide to disallow authors to remove their mods. It's complicated, but I'm on the same page as you. I'm kind of on the same mentality. Like, the thing I am mostly all for is if mod authors are going to remove their mods and stop modding, or if they are just going to quit modding, leave your mod up, open their permissions, and make it open source. Just make it open source, wash your hands of it, and let everyone else handle it. And I get it. It can be very selfish of people to expect mod authors to share their work that they spent a lot of time and effort on. But it's also like, if you're gonna make it and then make it for yourself, then why are you posting it on Nexus? For other people to enjoy, just make it open source. It was for the best. Good riddance to the people that left when they did. I mean, they left and some of them came crawling back. And the ones that did leave forever, it's like they're few and far between, so it's not like not much was really lost. Azadal's Coat of Plates, and that's more or less Draugr. So I'm making that 25, so that's fine. Azadal's Spangenhelm of Vision. This needs... No, I was making that iron, so that's fine. Splint Bracers. 10, that sounds fine to me. Splint Greaves. Actually, I do need to change the Spangenhelm, Because everything else has the proper WAF keywords, so that needs to also get changed to be proper. I leave any and all previous versions of your mods up, so if someone doesn't like a change you made, they can opt to use the older version. Like the OGL. Oh, you took the OGL survey, did you? I hope you made your voice heard. I have not taken it, but I also don't really care anymore. I'm ready to move on from D&D. I will play older editions, and that's about as far as I'll go. I do want to see the OGL get reverted to the original OGL. We want Ancient Falmer gloves. Right, because this is using gloves and not actual armor. Which, if I look... Yep, that looks about right. Ancient Falmer male chausses. Yep, that sounds about right. Ancient Falmer male hauberk. Yep, that's pretty good. Oh, this is a different male hauberk? Is it the same thing, just not the alternate version? Yeah, it's the same thing, just not the alternate version. Ancient Falmer nasal helm. Aha! This doesn't have these keywords. And then this needs to get transferred over. Just double check here. Get rid of Elven, only have Elven gilded. What can we do to improve your experience? I was being honest and told them very frank. 1, fire Chris KO. Fire Cynthia Williams, reauthorize OGL 1.0. Stop trying to make D&D into a crappy MMO mobile app. Yep. And that they may look at the survey, but they're probably not going to do anything about it. Really the only way to hit them hard is to cancel your D&D Beyond subscriptions. Don't give them your money. If by any miracle they somehow redeem themselves so that people will want to buy one D&D, then and if they haven't redeemed themselves, then don't buy one D&D. Go play anything else. Drop D&D. If you've already paid for your stuff, play the game the way you want. But otherwise, don't give Wizards of the Coast another cent or any other more money. Of course they won't. No, they won't. They're not going to change. They're a $1 billion corporation. They do not care. Ancient Shrouded Boots. These are all fine because this is all vanilla. Ariel's Kite Shield. Let's just double check everything here. It's heavy armor, so it has the heavy impact set. It's a Daedric artifact, elven gilded, proper values. Okay. This is the test version, so I didn't really need this to be changed, so I didn't bother. 5. Make a public apology without any PR speaker lies. Compensate any and all losses that were caused due to the OGL fiasco. Yeah, that's just not gonna happen. They're not gonna change. They will weasel and worm and squirm until the OGL is within a way that they can feel comfortable with, even if the community's not. Because lots of people in the community are pretty much saying, no, we don't want a new OGL. Keep the old one. They did walk it back so that the old OGL isn't revoked. Or some other language that it's not revoked. Not exactly that it's not revoked. But basically by saying, oh, well, the old stuff is fine. But still, we don't want a new OGL. We want an old one. The old OGL was fine. If they do all 5, I'll give them another chance, but they won't, so I won't either. That's just it, is I really don't like 5e as a system. In my opinion, it's done some amazing things for the community, and D&D has never been better, as far as the community goes. And it is owed to 5e as a system, as to why the community is so amazing. However, the system itself, the rules on how to play, suck complete donkey ass. The rules suck. Sure, 3.5's not that great either, but at least it gave something to the DMs to work off of. Because there's a reason there's a DM shortage in 5e. It's because 5e is very not DM friendly. Which is also probably why, in the latest leaks, that Wizards of the Coast is trying to do what I can only assume is one-player D&D with AI DMs in their virtual tabletop space, which they are still trying to protect in the new OGL so that nobody else can make a virtual tabletop. Which sounds fucking awful. That sounds... AI DMs sounds like a dystopian nightmare. Also, it'll never fucking work. I can see an actual, like, market for, like, single-player D&D campaigns that people can just play on D&D Beyond. But that's not why people play D&D. People play D&D for the social aspect. Nobody wants to play D&D solo, and the only reason people usually do is because they can't find anybody to play with. But they want to play the game. Bone Mold Kite Shield. What is the armor rating on this? Oh, right. I was going to change... Nope, that's actually set right. Bone Mold Mail Gloves. Was going to be an upgrade from Elven. Bone Mold Scale Cuirass with Mastercrafted Moonstone Hauberk. That sounds about right. It's not gonna happen. Like, I don't know what Wizards of the Coast is thinking. AI DMs? Really? At that point, they'd be better off just making a video game. They essentially are. This actually needs to get changed to Brigandine with Mail Hauberk, Gambison, and Pauldrons. And then it needs to get changed to, like, 33. Just between the Brigandine with Mail Hauberk, Gambison, Pauldrons, and Splinted Cuisses. Fire Chris KO. Yeah, he sounds like just an awful person, not just besides his marketing strategies for the game. He just sounds like a terrible person. Incredibly toxic. They're not going to get rid of Cynthia Williams, but they should. They're not going to, but they should. I would like to think that the people behind the game are actually playing it, when a lot of the executives, not just Cynthia Williams or Chris Kao, but a lot of the executives over at Wizards of the Coast don't play D&D. The devs do. The devs are actually, like, caught in the middle, like, the devs are the ones getting squeezed. So I really feel bad for a lot of the employees there. It's just just like with every corporation, especially in the entertainment industry, the executives are the ones that are being a shithead. Cynthia under-monetized Williams. Yeah, she's not gonna live that one down. She is not gonna... That is not going away from her record. Titan and Moonstone Scale Bracers. That all looks fine. So I need to look up Dwarven. I need to find Dwarven Helmet. I also need to look up Dragon Scale. Dragon Scale. Let's do one at a time, so let's just go down the list. Let me check. Dukan. Stall rim. 220, that's fine. That's fine. That's also fine. That's good. Yeah, ebony, the ebony suit of plate armor is called ebony plate harness. Falmer hardened is basically still fantasy armor. It's still the fantasy Falmer armor. I don't think there's a decent Falmer armor replacer. You fled the MMO scene due to the abusive and predatory monetization schemes. You found a home in D&D, then that crap just moves there as well. They are gonna try and sell people microtransactions through the virtual tabletop, which really won't kill the actual table games, but it can certainly affect it in other ways. Such as them developing more efforts on the virtual tabletop and less on the actual, like, printed rulebooks, which people like Chris Ko saw as more of a collectibles than actual, like, printed resource. Like, oh, people want it for a collection. It's like, no, people still play at home. People still very much play at home. All the Imperial armors. Welcome in, Bruxus. Hello. Welcome in. We're just talking about the D&D environment right now. Which, of course, I have an upcoming D&D session with Shiny Bree this Saturday. I need to work on it. Level boost to 20, only $99.99. Skip the grind now, but be quick and you can get a free 15th level character for $59.99. You joke. That sounds like something they would do. The sleep deprivation is kicking in. D&D is sort of messed up right now. Oh yeah. Basically, when it comes to the system, I very much don't like 5e. I am enjoying running the campaigns, especially the one you're in, Bruxus, because it's all pre-written. Like, I really don't have to do any... I just have to run you guys through it. I don't have to do anything else other than, like, oh, well, here's your experience points, and oh, there's a combat encounter, and oh, here's some role-playing. That's all I gotta do. It's really not that hard. The custom campaign with Shiny Breed, that's gonna keep going. But pretty much when those campaigns are finished, which if we get through Horde of the Dragon Queen, we will do Rise of Tiamat. But once those campaigns are done, I'm just doing 3.5. I don't care about 5e anymore. I'm certainly not going to spend money on one D&D. I am going to wash my hands of the whole thing and move on. Especially since I want to try out other systems, and this is the perfect opportunity to play other systems. Granted, Mutants and Masterminds is based off of D&D 3rd edition. At least 2nd edition Mutants and Masterminds is. Okay, now we need to go to Bone Mold Milchauses. Because I need to make sure that it's the correct armor value. it says 520. 515. Good. So the mastercrafted mail chassis are good. So let's go back to mastercrafted. Mastercrafted bone mold mail gloves. We're just checking for any errors I might have made. Oh, does it need the improved keyword? Probably. Just double check the kite shield then. Okay. Like you saw... I think I saw you picked up Armor 3. I did! It was not because I bought it. A dear friend of the stream, Carl Milo, he is a... he's doing a lot of variety lately, but he used to stream quite a lot of Skyrim. He got me Arma, I'm assuming because he wanted me to play, and he gifted me not only Arma 3 in a specific edition that comes with quite a lot of DLC, but he also gifted me the DLC that he wants to play through, that he has played through on stream, called SOG Prairie Fire, which is like Vietnam era. And I just need to get an SSD so I can put Armor 3 on it and play with him, because that was very kind of him. I'm like, oh my god, like, why? Why are you being nice to me? Total play some Arma with y'all. Oh, sure. If I ever get to Arma on stream on my own, that would be something I could always delve into. I am no stranger to tactical things, and Arma is not tactical, it is tactical. It is very much milsim, and I am all for that. So the bone mold mail gloves. So then I need to go back to bone mold gloves. Bone mold mail gloves. Bone mold mail gloves. 520 for the mastercrafted. 125. Let me look at the chassis real quick. 515. Yeah, this should be 515 as well. That's why I check for errors. And the mastercrafted should be 520. Mastercrafted bone mold mail gloves should be 520. There we go. Mastercrafted bone mold scale cuirass should be 2245. So the bone mold scale cuirass let's check. It looks about right. Haven't played Arma in ages, but I really enjoy it when I do, especially with friends. Very slow and methodical, punctuated with action and stress. Yes! I got as much from Carl's Milo stream. Because it can be, like, very slow and plotting. But then, like, as soon as shit hits the fan, it's like, oh god, it's, like, all crazy. I want mastercrafted. Mastercrafted. Bone mold. Spangenhelm. Which is set for 1025. So if I go to Bone Mold Spangenhelm, where's Bone Mold Spangenhelm? Is it not called that? Where's the Bone Mold Heavy Helmet? Did I not do that one? Did I not do... Let me jump back to Dragonborn real quick. Bone Mold. I need Bone Mold Heavy Helmet, right? Bone Mold Helmet. Did I not name this correctly. Either way, I'm pretty sure it's this. 2530. And the mastercrafted bone mold Spangen helm. Did I miss something? Oh, this is the improved bone mold. I see. So this needs to be 2.5. Just jump back to bone mold nasal helm. .525. Bone mold nasal helm is 2.530. So the mastercrafted bone mold Spangen helm needs to be 35. Okay. Often dead before you hear the gunshot. Right, yeah, it's very intense. Then we're not quite done with that. Mastercrafted, ebony is good, that's fine. That's just Daedric. Mirak, let's just double check that this is all good. Okay. Morag Tong. Morag Tong boots are clothing with 2 armor rating. Chitin lamellar with quilted gambeson is properly set. Morag Tong gloves is clothing with armor rating of 2. Hood. Clothing with armor rating of 2. Morakai. That's vanilla, so that should be okay. Nordic Spangen helm. Oh, that's just... Huh? Oh, it's demo armor, I see. Oster's Ridge helm. Shield of the Blooded. Skull fur boots. Which should be... Yep, that looks about right. I made that light armor, but it's considered like padded armor. So it's got the lowest armor rating of actual armor. But otherwise... Oh. Saw that was wrong. And this needs to be 15. Skull Nordic Male Hauberk. 45. That looks about right. Skull Nordic Round Shield. That looks about right. Skull Nordic Spangen Helm with faceplate. That looks about right. Skull Nordic Splint Bracers. That looks about right. Splint greaves. Uh-huh. Solstein boots, which is just leather boots. Solstein gloves, which are just leather gloves. Okay, that looks about right. Splint gauntlets. Nope, that's vanilla. Stalrim scale greaves. So this is where I've got to go back to dragon scale boots, which are just called light dragon bone splint greaves. So the armor rating on this is 20. So the Stalrim scale greaves needs to be 25. Same with the Stalrim scale bracers. So then if I look up Dragon Scale Helm, Dragon Scale Nasal Helm, has an armor rating of 30. So the Stalrim Light Spankin Helm needs an armor rating of 35. Stalrim Mail Hauberk, which is the light armor, so I need to look up Dragon Scale Lamellar. Has an armor rating of... which one is this? That's Dragon Plate. Dragon Scale. Oh, it's called Dragon Scale Lamellar. That's why. Dragon Scale Lamellar with Quilted Gambeson. Has an armor rating of 50. So Stalrim Mail Hauberk needs 55. Stalrim Scale Bracers. Where is it? Where's my Stalrim Scale Bracers? Do I not have it? Seriously? Checks Dragonborn. Stalrim Scale Bracers, yeah. Where is this? Oh, it's because it's in V30 Merged Replacer and not my actual plugin. Go figure. So then, if I jump up to Light Dragon Bone, it's Light Dragon Bone Splint Bracers, has an armor rating of 20. So then I need it to have, actually that needs to be changed. It needs to be like 25. Sorry, lots of cat hair just wandered in my mouth. So I got it out. Let me just check the, light dragon bone. Splint stuff. Splint. Greaves. Yeah, this is 20. Okay, never mind. But Dwarven should also be 20. So this should be... should be 25. So then I gotta check dragon bone stuff. Dragon bone splint greaves. It's 30. Yeah, that should be... that should be the case. So then Stalrum scale greaves needs to be 30. Okay. Stalrum Spangenhelm needs to be 40. And the Stalrim Splint Greaves needs to be 30. Why is there so much cat hair around my mouth? Stalrim Targa is essentially the same as the Dragon Scale. So let me check the Dragon Scale Shield. Dragon Scale Round Shield is 40. So the Stalrim Shield needs to actually be 50. Stalrim Targa, 50. Okay. Pretty sure that needs to be 20. Let me check Dwarven stuff. Dwarven, or should I say Dwemer? Dwemer. Helm with male Aventail is 15 with 13. Shouldn't that also be 20? Is this Dwemer? Yeah, that needs to be 20. Let me check the other Dwemer stuff. Dwemer Splinted Bracers is also 15. Yeah, the Dwemer helm was off. Okay, let me go back down to Visage of Mazund. Oh, I didn't check the weight. I gotta go back. So Dwemer helm with male Aventail. It should weigh 13 pounds. Not too far off. Vokun. Okay. 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 We might actually be ready for a quick test. And then we'll jump into the game with our character and actually start playing. In about an hour, let me just check the... In about 50 minutes, 50 minutes, the developer direct from Xbox and Bethesda will be, starting. And, we'll be watching that. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of my calculator since I don't need it anymore. Come on. There you go. Just make sure the plugin is in the correct order. Yep, it's after my weapon overhaul. Oh, I need to change something in my weapon overhaul as well. Do that real quick. It's a simple thing I gotta do. I also need to... Hold on, we got a few things we need to do still. Yay, the VFS is being slow, because of course it is. Okay, come on. It's gotta be slow when I'm in a hurry. It has to be slow. That's the law of technology. It has to be slow when I'm in a hurry. It has to be. And I'm not necessarily in a hurry, it's just I want to edit the weapon thing, and then also load my NPC patch, and then, you know, take care of that. Because I have to keep my NPC patch, I just need to remove some records. Okay, so if I go over to Lou's custom overhaul, not just the custom armor overhaul. We go to the weapons. And we need to look for poleaxe. Poleaxe. This needs to get changed from Warhammer to axe. So, weapons, axe, large, impact set. Let's go ahead and get back to our Twitch tab. That uses two-handed axe. The key word is going to be wep, type, battle axe, material, block, oh, hold on, material, block, is there axe two-hand? I think it's gonna have to just be blunt two-hand, that's fine. Weapon, bash, axe, large? 2 impact. Let me just check another war axe or battle axe just to be sure. Okay, here's a battle axe. Weapon bash, blunt impact. Okay, so that's fine. Let's go back to the pole axe. Weapon. Oh, we could just do this. Hold on. There we go. So the pole axe is now a battle axe. Cool. And then we gotta load up our NPC patch, load up Exit again, and remove some records from the NPC patch. But we have to keep our NPC patch for various reasons. So, custom NPC. Custom NPC patch for helps to have a map. That's going to get loaded after the armor overhaul. Load up Xedit. Oh, the neck crack. We might actually get to some gameplay today. Okay. So let's go to our helps to have a map. Custom NPC patch. We need to go to... I have to check which ones are vanilla. He is vanilla. So we're gonna remove this record. This is also vanilla. Remove. This is also vanilla. Remove. This is also vanilla. Remove. Remove. Halsgar the Wanderer. Remove. Remove. Pretty much I just have to remove the non-mod patch. Just removing some things. That's also Dragonborn, so we can remove that. And then that is all. The rest is just modded. Okay, we'll keep those. And then save. Very good, very good. Okay, I think we're ready to start playing the game for a short amount of time. Basically 40 minutes. Then we'll watch the Xbox showcase. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn this off. Okay. Load up the game. I do need to check for something before we actually play the character. I need to check Skyrim scale. I need to check that it's working correctly. Oh man. The neck crack. Launching the game, by the way, it's just taking a while. Also, I should probably take my shoes off. My feet have been very hot, and I've just been... This is what happens when I get laser focused on something that I want to get done. It's just I forsake everything else until it is done. Man. Now my feet are getting cold. Going from sweaty to the cold air. Although I suppose it doesn't help that I have a window open. And then the next thing I need to work on for custom mods is modding the weapons in the mods that I'm using to be standardized into the weapon overhaul. I think I'm gonna wait on the animated armory stuff first. Or wait on it before I do that. Okay. Here we go. We need to COC Whiterun. Ugh, chilly willy. And also now I can feel the coffee and water going through me. So I may need to take a bit of a bio break as well. Oh, man. Just chilly now. Now that my brain can actually get in tune with my body again. Feeling a little chilled. I do have a window open, so it could very well be that. Oh, man. I really like the alchemy in Kingdom Come Deliverance. I think it's super cool. I haven't played the game. I don't even own it. I know. Guy mods Skyrim to be medieval and realistic, but doesn't even own Kingdom Come Deliverance. I know. But anyways, the alchemy in that game is super cool. Like, you actually do the alchemy. It's not just go into a menu and press buttons. Which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just you actually do it in, you know, Kingdom Come Deliverance. Okay. Just gotta wait for everything to load in. And just in case any monsters come up, we'll TGM. It is stuttering a bit, but it's also trying to load in everything. Okay, so. And yes, I know my character has invisible elbows. That's fine. We are going to take this armor off. Look at our boy. He's happy. Next scene and all. Okay. Oh, right. Hold on. Stalrim. Oh. These did not get named. Oh, well, I'll have to fix that. Can fix that later, too. Our simple rename is no big deal. Stalrim Scale Bracers. Let us see if this is indeed working. Did the dude have a sack over his head while getting a tan? Yeah, probably. Welcome in, Gura. Hope you're doing well today. It's just, it's a thing that happens. Just going into race menu fixes it. Stalrim Spangenhelm. Oh! I missed... Yeah, we're gonna have to fix some of these names. Because they're supposed to be, you know, not that. Okay. Stalrim. Oh, is this what they look like? This is the texture on the inventory card is bad, but it's fine when it's actually in-game. I want Splint and Scale. I want Scale. Stalrim, Scale. Is it Scaled, perhaps? Where's the Greaves? Stalrim Scale Bracers. Where's the Scale Greaves? Huh? Am I losing my mind? Maybe if I just look in Dragonborn? Maybe it's called something that it's not supposed to be called? And there's no light. Stalrim Scale Greaves. Oh, because I named it wrong. I got the spelling wrong. Oh, no! Okay. That's fine. Spelling errors we can fix. No problem. We just need to mark it down that we need to fix it. So if I go ahead and, you know, all this on... I guess I don't have that stuff. Okay, so the stall room scale stuff is working just fine. So then if I put on the splint greaves, oh, those appear to be just fine as well. Just that the inventory card is a little screwed up. Splinted bracers. Okay, looks okay. Yeah, this is where we're gonna end the recording. The recording, not the stream. So that I can just post this as a separate VOD to YouTube. Bye-bye.